Alaska. First one in here, Alaska. What's up, Scott? Pretty cold up there? Let me know if my sound is good. Google takes over the world. Hey, what's up, my friend? How you doing? Jerry from Wisconsin. I'm way up here, or way down here. I'm used to saying up because I'm from Illinois. And when you came to Wisconsin, you went up. Scott, how you doing, man? It's good to see you in here. We just chop it up, take questions, just talk about life. I just love talking to people. Make sure you hit the like button. Anyone on here, I appreciate you. Appreciate you, Chris. Let a few more people get on. Make sure you hit that like. Wayne, good evening. Let's see. Florida Keys, is it bad down there? Like, as far as, I'm terrified. I have this phobia of the water and sharks. Is it bad with sharks down in Florida Keys? If so, I'll stay on the beach. Scott, I appreciate you coming testimony video. I really appreciate, man, thank you. Thank you. That was really well done. I didn't expect it to come out that good. Rachel, how you doing? Renata, how you doing, Renata? Good to see you in here. Illinois side. It's okay, Hitman. Not much of a plan for tonight. I just want to say what's up to you guys. I got an empty house again. My daughter's she's checking out a college team that she may play for. So her mama went up. I work late, so I'm just here alone again. Oh yeah, Jerry, sharks can be able to see. That's why I'm staying on the beach. Make sure you hit the like button. We'll get into some topics here. We talk about really anything, life. But my page is obviously around police work and what I can contribute to that. Try to be a positive contribution. Try to fight for changing a culture. I have no problem calling it out. Ed, what's up, man? Appreciate you, man. I give God all the credit. I'm just a normal man that likes to talk what I believe is the truth. So make sure you hit the like button. America will be great again. There you go, Maddox. Yeah, with the political happenings, I don't really talk about politics much. But is the world still spinning? I woke up this morning, the world was still spinning. Nothing came to an end. I think we're going to be okay. The most I do is pray for whoever's in charge and do the best I can in my life. Like I want to see, I can only control who I come across in my life and who I can love and inspire and help in my life. So let's see. Thank you, Renetta from Arkansas. Love it. Dre, what's up, man? Jerry, thank you. Empty house, happy mouse. I love it, Donnie. Purpose of my channel, Freddie. I kind of just like to bring light, and I talk about police issues. I'm big on calling out. People seem to start to like my stuff when I started because I've been a cop this is my 21st year, but I'm not afraid to say that, we're doing this wrong. Or people will really send me videos and I will just tell you what's wrong. And sadly, there's so many bad police videos that come my way. I don't have a problem talking about it. I'm gonna tell you that dude's acting tyrannical or that dude's violating rights. We need to stop. I will keep doing it until there's no more videos to watch. And call it a pipe dream, but I don't care. It needs to go away. Let's see. New Life Grind. What's up, man? My smoke detector. Did my smoke detector go off? I don't think it is. It's right up here. No, it's not flashing. Maybe there's just a beep in the background. Habaki, Metallica is the best band. No, I gotta argue with you on that. Coldplay not bad, but Metallica they're the best. I gave you Ride the Lightning last time. I had to wear my Master Puppet shirt right here. Ema Prazim, thank you. That might have been my chair because I don't hear my smoke detector. Let's see. I'm from Zion, Illinois. I'm located now in Kenosha, Wisconsin. Fake police? Nah, not the fake police. Let's see. Play the Grand Wizard, man, please. It's a great song. Maybe I'll check that out later. Aaron, what's up, man? Milani, what's up? Milani Alvarado. That's what's up, wherever you're at. Appreciate you coming in. Impersonation is a felony. I'm not a good impersonator, Rox. Right, son, I appreciate you, man. Let's see. You saw Metallica live, Rachel? I just seen them last month. Well, not last month. In August, I saw them in Chicago. Wonderful show. Archer, yes, I'm in Wisconsin. I work in Zion. See, St. Louis sports mad, mad respect right back, brother. Make sure you hit the like button on here. We get these rolling. I was gonna talk about. There's a lot of people wonder about my background and stuff. Yes, I do. I got a lot of tattoos, ding dong. The ones on my stomach hurt the worst. Can't even lie. But yeah, like I never thought I was gonna become a cop. I just was not a dream of mine. I didn't want to be one. I actually hated police growing up, and that's what's it kind of set me apart. I grew up. I talk about this a lot. I've had some crazy experiences in life. Like I wasn't raised around anything law enforcement. Matter of fact, I was the people that showed me and protected me in life were people like I'm not going to call them criminals, but that's the lifestyle that a lot of people around me took on. But they protected me and they loved me. I never participated in it. And funny story that's kind of well documented that happened when I was trying to get in the police department. When I was 21, I ended up getting charged with a crime. I got caught with an illegal pistol. I wasn't an angel growing up, and that's been well documented. I wrote about that in my book, and it's part of the documentary too that they made. But I just thought that I was just I had this record, and I was just going to be like a blue collar guy, and I was just scraping by in life. I didn't get in any more trouble, but I ended up just happening to see ad in the paper to become a cop. And so I tested because I thought it would be a cool job. And I was like, I'm a street smart dude. I think I would be pretty good at this. So I tested, and I remember the very first department I tested for, I did really well, surprisingly well on the initial test. Make sure you hit the like button on here too. I did surprisingly well on the initial test, and then I went and they do the whole interview, the background check process, and that one was the one that made me really nervous because I had police contacts, and obviously I had that arrest from back when I was younger. So I remember this, and this was my life, man. The crazy, mixed, weird life that I had. I remember it because when they come, they will knock on your door when they're doing these background checks. I didn't know that. So these one Saturday morning, I think it was, these cops they come and knock on my door and surprise me. And I'm there, I'm living, I have my kids there. But what I didn't disclose to them was I had a family member that was actually living with me who just got out of the penitentiary for, I believe it was a shooting. So I'm like, oh no. And here I am trying to look like a squeaky clean dude. And not that I participated in anything with that family member, but it's just like these cops knew who he was, and they would come in, and it was a funny story because I like smuggled him down into the basement of the house, and I had to act like put on my best professional face, and I did this interview all with him hiding downstairs, and it's actually a funny story, like quarter century later that I always tease him about. I was like, man, remember when we smuggled you downstairs to keep you away from them cops? But that was kind of how my life was back then. It was like really strange. I was just around it, but I never participated in it. So that particular PD ended up disqualifying me after some further background checks, and they found out a little bit about who my family was, and it was it was it was it was. I'm glad it happened, but at the time I was kind of disappointed because I was just I was just basically a check to check warehouse guy. So I thought this would be a career that I would go into and like have better life for my family. So what ended up happening, I ended up going to where I actually grew up in the city that I police for, or police in now, and they got me. They gave me a pass. They I passed all the things. And my record had been clean for a long time, and I was the very dead last one on my list, very last one on the list, and I'm the only one left from that list. So, like I said, when I say I'm the most unlikely cop, that's really a true story. Never wanted to be a cop. Just wanted a career, and then I ended up here, and I had no idea what I was getting into. I talk about this all the time. I had no idea what the blue culture was. I had no idea what how the perception of officers from the inside was. It was shocking. It really shocked me. And what they try to, and I talk about this quite often at the academy. And when you start off, you feel like they're trying to program it's us against them. And I just never bought into that. I got the job. At the time I got the job, I thought I was going to go and the reason I do it is because I love people. And I thought I was a street smart guy who loved people and I could help a lot of people out and be a cool cop. And that's what I set out to do. So a lot of that stuff that came with it really shocked me. I had a problem with it from day one. The us against them is the biggest thing that really gets under my skin. I'm Prazeem. Yes, I am still working at my current PD. You can Google me. Rocks. All these questions. All you gotta do is Google me. Let's see. Chris Martinez, Megadeth, Slayer, Pantera. Nah, I argue with that. I have these arguments with my buddy all day, Chris. I got to go with Metallica, although it is a close race. I'm right with you. I got to throw Anthrax in that mix too. Let's see. You really turned your back? No, I didn't turn my back on the people. I actually didn't know what I was getting into. My family was actually very proud of me when I became this officer. Things got kind of twisted and diluted. I could say most of my family was, but it changed a lot. That's what I wrote about in my book, man. Let's see. That's what we're going to. Beastie Boys or Run DMC? Oh, I had to go Run DMC. Tats mean you're tough? No, not necessarily. Anyone can get those these days. Appreciate you, Justin. Let's see. Is there any good questions here? Yes, I'm very bald, Randy Orton. Very bald. My hair left me a long time ago. Yes, Google takes over the world. I read that stuff. I love it. I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna give you a call. I promise. Make sure you hit the like button on this. Pedro, I appreciate that. Only thing I know, I just got to keep it real. My life is an open book. I like literally wrote a book about some of the stuff I've been through, and I guess where I'm at now is I'm in a position where I've seen so much nonsense in this profession that I have no problem calling it out. I will continue to do so, and I just want to make it better. I want to heal this. I see the divide between the public and the police and all of this butting of heads. And I see these videos every day that are sent to me. There's officers violating rights. There's officers not doing what we're supposed to be doing, which is be a servant and uphold the Constitution. And so I feel that this platform has been my chance. And I've always talked like this. I've always had this same mindset from day one. I just have a platform to talk about it now. I've ruffled a lot of feathers over my 20-year career. And not on purpose. If the truth of you're supposed to be a servant and we're here, people should not pucker up when they see you. They should feel safe and love you. You should be part of the community. If there's something wrong with me always saying that for 20 years, then you're the problem. Base Chad, I appreciate that. Mirna, I appreciate that. Am I a street fighter? No, I'm not a street fighter. But I have been. I was at a part of a Golden Gloves gym for a long time. I've been in a lot of wars in that ring, and it's different than street fighting, but it's fighting nonetheless. It was fun. I loved it. I got pretty good at it. Let's see, Base Chad. God bless you too, brother. I appreciate that. You guys give me the strength for that. Let's see. Do detectives need super chats too? Don't need them. I appreciate them when they come. Let's see. Mason, much love and respect right back. You have weed on me right now. What am I going to do? Absolutely nothing, Trials and Dungeons. Weed is absolutely decriminalized and legal in my state. Let's see. There you go, Space. Praise God. Praise the Lord. Praise Jesus, your servant. Delta, thank you. Let's see. If you're a good cop, good people should be happy to see you around. Simple. Yeah, everyone should be happy to see you around. Yes, we are hiring, Veronica. Come and check us out. Well, I think they hire like every 3 or 4 months now. Phil Hensley. I remember Ray Nichols retired before I got there, but I've read a lot of his cases. I remember, I think it was his nephew maybe that worked there when I got there, but I see his picture on it. I never knew him though. Mike Fletch watching from Australia. I love it. I love it. Let's see. Amen, Katie. He's coming back soon. What do you show with your YouTube channel? M4. I talk to the people a lot. I love you guys that are listening and tuning in. Make sure you hit the like button. And I like to just speak truth. And I just found over the years that people kind of gravitated to that, and they enjoyed hearing someone that's still active in the police profession, keeping it real, saying what a lot of people have been waiting for a cop to say. Like, this is wrong. We need to change this. There's a lot of things that need to go away in our profession. And it starts with, I mean, all the way from training to mindset to the culture, to the stuff that's tolerated, to the way that the perception of the public. It's not us versus them. I'm not at war with anyone. The militarization of the police needs to go away for good. What does a military mindset create? It creates an enemy. And that's just awful way of thinking. And it creates the struggle that we're in now. Let's see. Dree, I appreciate that. Appreciate you right back. Harry, I'm actually trying to work on that. Someone on here actually sent me some good material. I'm going to get with them soon. Josh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. It means a lot to you. Trouble, you're a good dude, so of course everyone wants to be around you. I appreciate that. I like to think so. I like to think so. How much time do I spend in court? Back in the day, that's a good question, T. Back in the day, it used to be quite often. When you're on patrol, you're in court a lot more. I was on patrol for 11 years, and I worked night shift, really busy city. There's nothing I didn't see or do. I mean, you want to talk, everyone always asks you that. Have you ever done so-and-so? Have you ever chased people? I've done everything that you can think of. So you did spend a lot of court time back then. Then I became a detective. So the court time back then was mainly search warrants, applying for different types of warrants for digital products, for footage, for people. I mean, you do a lot in court-wise that way, and then you go to court. You really, when you're a lead on a case, let's say you're a lead detective on a homicide or a shooting case, you spend a lot of time in court. If that goes to trial, then it's a lot of court time then. And I've been in some stressful ones over the years. There's nothing more. Court is one of the few things that gives me butterflies. It's such an unknown, and so much is on the line because you're the one that is in charge of this case, and it's a lot of pressure. To be in a courtroom, some of the highest pressure when you're like, let's say you're testifying in a murder case, both families of the victim and the offender are in there staring at you, and you're like you're in this fishbowl. And then you got a defense attorney who's obviously gonna question your credibility, which is, I've been my integrity is solid as a rock, and I've never done anything unethical, and I know that I'm being truthful, and it's something that really, it's like nails on a chalkboard to me when that's getting questioned, and that's bothersome. But yeah, now that I'm an SRO after the years of that, I'm not been in court as much. I'm usually just in the school, it's so much fun, and I love being around them kids. Let's see, Sergio, what do you like to say to the new generation of police officers about tyrant police officers? Every rookie that I come across in my PD, first of all, we're in a social media age, so they all know me from, everyone that gets hired will know me from YouTubes or TikToks. So I go right to them, and I just explain to them. I'll put my arm around and say, look, number one, this is my city. These are my people. I'm very protective of the public. That's first and foremost. So you are not going to be disrespectful. We're not tough guys. We're not bullies. We're not punks. We follow the rules here. We uphold the Constitution. and it's going to make your job a whole lot easier. Now, everyone in my city has 25,000 people. Everyone in that city, basically, I know everybody. So they'll understand that going into the job, and that's what every leader of every department should be doing. Go up to these young kids, say, look, you're going to see some things that's hard to see. You're going to see some things that no humans were not meant to see this stuff over and over again. But you need to, number one, you need to vent about it. And number two, you need to be a blessing. You are not here to make people pucker up, to make people fear you. You're here to be a blessing and to be a servant. So I always, the young officers, they and most of them hop right along board. They're just like sponges wanting to absorb knowledge. So I love talking to them, man. Let's see. Damon, have you ever took the stand and spoke against all? Yes, I have. Let's see. Phil, oh, Phil, he was your uncle, huh? Let's see. Santiago. Man, come up to, if you're ever near Zion, let me know, man. Just hit me up here. Here, I got my email on here. Just shoot me one. I'll buy you lunch. Let's see. 12 sucks. 12 are clowns. Oh, we got some people on here with, I noticed when you do the vertical mode, you go on the shorts algorithm and you get a lot more trolls. You get a lot more people on here that are, like Charles Barkley would say, living in their grandma's basement in front of a keyboard with a pet turtle next to them that like to be tough on here and say funny things. Y'all just crack me up, so keep roasting me. I don't take myself seriously, so you're not going to get under my skin. Phil, I appreciate you, man. Make sure you hit that like button. Even trolls, hit that like button. Let's see. Renette, I appreciate that. Big time. Will you approach, Mike, will you approach the new administration to change the training and the code? If I have a way to, like I would tell anyone with ears, and that, oh my gosh, that would be a dream come true if I could sit them down and, man, make it happen. Somebody make it happen. I would be glad to share my thoughts. I have a lot of things that I think that, and I'm not here to bash or I don't say this with an angry heart. I say this with a righteous frustration that I want to see things done differently. And the things that I say, I back up and I do. And all you would have to do is get in my squad and follow me around my city and see if it doesn't work. Jet Match, I appreciate you. Oscar, thank you. Thank you. Norway, what's up? Let's see. Base Chad Thunderjack, in your opinion, who is responsible for the divide? That's a good question. I think who's whoever is pulling the strings in the academies, whoever is pulling the strings that's big in the PDs, the leadership is responsible for the divide. I mean, heck, if I was in charge of all the leadership of PDs or training or something like that, I would just lay it out there. Like, there shouldn't be any divide. Forget this blue line nonsense. I can't stand that stuff. There should be no line. We should be just part of the community. A cop should be the same part of a community as a barber. You go into, everybody knows the barber. Everybody knows him by name. Everybody knows it, and there's a relational thing going on with a barber. Cop should be no different. I've never seen it any different. I'm part of my city. I don't have to be, I'm always in my city. I grew up there, so I'm always there. I don't need to be in uniform to be in my city. I shop there. I'm there all the time. I go to the games there. I hang out with, I run my program from there. And that's the way it's supposed to be. I don't have to get paid to do any of this stuff. John, I saw that. I got that. I got the new logo. My sister's reviewing it. We're gonna get with our hoodie guy soon, because that's something that's gonna, you'll see it really quick. And you gotta email me your address, because you're gonna get the first hoodie. John from the UK, what's up, man? Unwashed sack. Being a prosecutor and have your cop show up is even worse. That's, yes. Like, dude, I remember seeing judges, like, I'm hearing of judges back in the day when they didn't show up. Judges was actually put body attachments on cops. A subpoena is a subpoena. We get in huge trouble if we don't show up. You better show up to court. Why are you even doing this job if you're missing court? Have you had partner turning against me for what I'm doing? I get a lot of the people that I work directly with. Myrna, thanks for that question. The people that I work directly with, they understand who I am and what I'm about. So, like my PD, everyone, I don't have an issue with really anyone there. My chief is great. A lot of the officers watch my stuff. They support me. What I do get is officers who don't know me or who will troll me or send me horrible things because of from outside. So it's really tough. It's really easy to be tough when you're sending an inbox from 3 states away. Or what I've found, another people who troll me who just detest me is. For some weird reason, the wives of officers who have this blue mentality. When you talk about the blue line, it's almost talking about someone's religion. They get so defensive, they can't stand my words in my face. I mean, I've heard some horrible things, but yeah, the cops' wives is it's almost like they're defending their man, and I'm coming at them. I'm not even coming at them with anything hateful. I'm just telling you, man, this mentality, it's number one, it's not what we were designed to do. It's not servanthood. We're not at war. So yeah, that's those are the ones who turned against me. Trouble. I think accountability is a big thing to you. Yes, it is. You have to. That's a big motto. I think you hold yourself to a higher standard. That is what you hear throughout all of the academy. We hold ourselves to a higher standard. Well, then do it. Then hold yourself to a higher standard. Respect everybody. You're supposed to be a professional. I've seen some ridiculous justifications for bad treatment of the public over my years. There's no integrity behind it. It's so bogus, and it's really, you're breaking your oath. What kind of detective? Robbery, homicide. When I was in a detective, they at my PD, they just give you. I was mostly violent crimes: burglaries, shootings, homicides, robberies. The one thing they didn't give me very much, obviously the sex crimes, those were obviously the worst. I hated doing those. Done so many of those over the years. But the ones that didn't give me much, because I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed when it comes to math and computer stuff, and they didn't give me very many of those. So the other stuff I was really good at. Let's see, Jesse, you're a pretty fit dude. How does one start to work out? What would you recommend as a starting point? You work out, you get fit in the kitchen, and then you find a good workout regimen. But really, it's about diet. It really is about diet. KK, what's up, man? Let's see, Patrick, what's up, man? Have you ever considered being a police instructor and teach? I would love to one day. I'm nearing retirement. Actually, I can't. I'm eligible to retire. What I can collect in about 8 months. That's something I got to determine and talk to my wife about. But would be something I would be very interested in. If I could have an influence, because you can only wear that uniform for so long. I'm 49 years old. I'm hurting every day wearing 30 pounds of gear. It does wear on you over time. So you're gonna only do that for so long. So yeah, if I could slide into a teaching or have some sort of influence to better and to help, because literally it is my passion. I love doing it. Let's see, medic fan. Have you ever filed a complaint on fellow officer? Plenty of times. Let's see, Harry, it would be nice if all officers felt that filming cam actually benefit them as well as the person they're dealing with. How do we not understand that by now? Amen, Harry. How do you not understand that camera filming you is holding you accountable, but at the same time, you have the chance to shine and change a lot of minds, that you are a human being, that you are a cool officer, that you are going to uphold your oath and treat people respectfully. How anyone right now in 2024 can still fail so miserably, get so triggered by a camera, act like a buffoon in front of the camera. I cannot fathom it. I don't get it. You say you're a professional, you get paid to do this job correctly, right? Do you ever see a Major League Baseball player go out to the field with ice skates on? It would never happen, right? because they're a professional. They're getting paid to do this job a certain way. Like you would never see that. So how do we keep seeing officers break and step all over somebody's First Amendment right to film in public? How does that keep happening? It is so ridiculous. It gets my blood boiling, and don't tell me it's so isolated. I get new videos every single day. My inbox is so full. I can't. It's hard for me to get to them. Speaking of which, if I take time to get to your video, I apologize, or if you send me an email, I apologize greatly because I have so many. I literally have like 300 missed text messages on my phone. I'm a full-time officer. I run a nonprofit that's very, very busy, and that's full-time doing that. That's 7 days a week. I have 7 children, and I'm married. I have a very, very, very busy schedule. So if I can't get to your messages, I apologize. I love you for sending them to me. I will get to them eventually, Lord willing. Tim E, what's up? Low contrast is my guy right there. Tim, what's up, man? You send me a lot of stuff too. Sometimes I take time, brother, but I will get to you, and I really, really appreciate and love you, man. Australia, good day, mate. I love it. I love it. Andrew, what's up, brother? Let's see. Hello from Russia. Russia, oh my gosh. Yes, I do need moderators, fam. There's just nobody here to do it. Marco, I appreciate that. I would love to do that. Marco, hey, I've never been out east. I would love to go out there. Jamie Page, what do you think about the blue line flag? I don't like any of the blue line stuff. It's a divide. People see that as a divide, and whatever the reason it started up, it's not that anymore. I don't know the whole total background behind it. I just know that line is exactly that, and it creates this. I'm all about unity. I love the people. I love the public, and I'm so sick of that blue line stuff. Harry, it seems they train officers to believe they're at war with the public. It also seems that they're trained to say key things like stop resisting, and they want to. Yeah. I've covered this in depth about creating a mindset where everyone is going to hurt you, where you're the good guys, they're all violators, and there's this big wall, and there's this big war when you get out of the academy, and there's this big, it's the militarization mindset, and it's so wrong. It's caused so much damage. That's why it needs to be revamped, redone. Good evening, Jesse. Joshua, what's up, man? Hit the like button, y'all. Listen to Joshua. He's my man. Let's see, KDH, have you seen a difference in interactions due to you actually being a human being? Absolutely. Your job is like, I use this example because I do train in a CIT course, and I mentor kids. So I use this example all the time. It's the first 3 seconds that you walk up to somebody, how you pretty much are going to determine how things go. If you walk up like RoboCop with this stern look on your face, then I can tell what kind of cop you are right away. But if you walk up like a human, hey, what's up? I call everybody brother. If I see, hey, what's up, brother? What can I do for you? Or here's why I was here. Here's why the police are here. I explain right away in a soft, calm tone. A lot of times smiling, like you come to somebody with a smiling face, it de-escalates just by the look on your face. And you just be human to human. You don't talk down to people. I don't care who you are. You're not better than anybody. You're actually the servant. So you're working for them. So you come up and you treat everyone human, no matter what they did. It makes your job so much easier. I mean, it's been rare times that things will escalate if you act like that. It makes your job so much easier. Egoless policing is what you need. What we need to instill in everybody. Andrew, thank you, man. Let's see, John Pomo. The greatest weapon in your arsenal is the thing between your ears. Yes, your mind, your social skills, your speaking skills. Like it's so easy to de-escalate. I do it every day. That's what you should be a professional at doing. You should be the best at just calming things down. You're supposed to be a calming presence. There's nothing worse to me, nothing worse than an egotistical cop who comes in and he's going to tell everybody what's what. Especially when they walk into another person's house, you're going to tell everybody what's what with an attitude, give ridiculous directives, talk down to people. That should never, ever, ever happen. Ugly truth. Thank you, brother. Mike comes, let's see, the bad police mentality comes from fear, but also power tripping ego. Yes. Is you like I always say that. You're upholding your own ego and feelings and not the Constitution. And I'm telling you, every oath that an officer swears to is number one, it has the constitutional oath to the U.S. Constitution, and then your state's Constitution usually. But then it will say you will uphold being respectful and courteous and treating the public the correct way. That's in every police oath. I guarantee you that. So you're just being a disgrace right off the bat if you police with your ego and you talk down to people. It obviously makes me nauseated. John, what's up, man? Sending love right back. John Nunnery. Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. Max, amen. Love you right back, Mike. Let's see. For whatever reason, you look like you got invited to the cookout. Yeah, I've been invited to a million cookouts. And I don't have to be on duty. I just go in my city. Don't matter. I'm always in my city. I'm always out and about. And I stick out like a sore thumb and everybody knows me. That's what happens when you're a human. Justin Warrington, that's awesome, man. I appreciate you. That means a lot to me. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Listen to him. Let's get to the bottom here. Let's see. Harry, you're right. A lot of people will match your energy. Yeah, it's really you can change the mood of an entire scene by your demeanor. Even if it's a hectic. I've been to some really, really, really hectic, horrible scenes. But if you have a calm presence and you present yourself as a human, then it works. It always does. Heck, I just went to a really, really horrible scene like within the last few weeks. And everyone's there going crazy, but it's like, it's okay. If you need to be consoled, I'm here. It's okay. I'm here. Guys, we're gonna help you. We're gonna help you. Just take some deep breaths. Give me a hug if you need to. That's the way you're supposed to be. Ryan, appreciate you, man. How are your fellow officers in your department? Do they agree with you? Yeah, we have a good culture at my PD. And I'm glad to say that I'm obviously the most vocal one out there, but I can say that we have created such a better culture than what I remember coming into. We love people, we treat people right, and if they don't, then I tell my fellow officers, I'll make a video on you, dude. Be right. Behave nice. That's what I say. Behave nice. Let's see, Donnie. How do you feel about Trump's opinion on complete, total immunity for police? Obviously, that's a foregone conclusion how I feel. We don't need any more immunity. We need more accountability. I don't know exactly what he says because, Trump, he's like he pops off about a lot of things, but then you got to see, okay, what did he mean? Is he just saying that to say it? Like I said, I don't do politics, but if that question, if anyone were to ask me that, like, no, we don't need no more immunity. We need more accountability. And we need a culture shift, and we need to change what we tolerate in this job. We need to ostracize bad behavior. Not condone it, not excuse it, not cops-plain it, ostracize it. Get it out of here. Bad police, get away. Get out of this profession. Go flip burgers. Go. We need to chase them out. And the only way to chase out darkness is to bring light to it, and it scatters. And that's what I like doing. Hi, Cody. What's up, man? Danger is real, without a doubt, everyone knows. But if you walk around with a chip on your shoulder, you got to bring more of that and attract more of it. That's a great point, Ugly Truth. I'm not calling you ugly. That's your name of your channel. Um, there's always danger, and I don't, and like I've seen plenty, but I don't talk about it like you should pity me or oh, I'm in so much danger. I've been shot at. I've had people try to take my head off. I remember one time, crazy. I mean, things just turn in police work. I remember one time specifically. What's the first thing that pops in my head? We go to this call. These are older stories, and none of these are open cases, so I just won't talk about a lot of them. I go to this call, and it's a guy who's having an episode, and he's just sitting there. He's shirtless, and he's like catatonic. So I don't go there to give him directives. I go there and I'm like trying to connect with him real quick because he's causing an issue for a family member or something. He's sitting there on the couch like catatonic. So I sit next to him. I'm like, brother, what's going on? And he just ignores me for, I don't know, it seemed like a couple minutes, and he wouldn't say nothing. And then all of a sudden he reaches down to the side and he puts a big old knife like this right next to me. It's like, oh no. So I didn't go crazy. I made sure I got wrist control because that's what I've been, obviously I've taught. I've done a lot of fighting, I've been in a lot of training classes in real fighting gyms. Got wrist control real quick. I didn't, my partner was right behind me. I didn't say shoot him. I said, hey, tase him, tase him. So he tased him. He dropped the knife. We calmed him down. I didn't arrest him. I didn't charge him with nothing. We transported him to a hospital. I sat in the ambulance with him. I calmed him down. He thanked us for not doing the most. And I made a real connection with him. And I believe it was his mother or maybe his wife or somebody that called. We ended up shaking hands. So that's how you de-escalate something, and you don't take the stuff personal. Do I like if somebody's got pulls a knife like 6 inches from my throat? That was like, it was like shocking, but there's no, I know there's danger in this job. You just do it right. You don't have to hurt anybody. Let's see. Mike, that would be fun. Somebody get a hold of the powers that be. I'd do it. Run something, some sort of training. I would love to do that. These young people absorb, the young officers absorb what I tell them. Do the citizens of my city agree with me? Jeffrey, good question. The citizens of my city, all you would have to do is follow me around in my squad, watch me get out with people on every block. They all know me. They all love me. Number one, I run a nonprofit directly for all the kids from the street in my city. So like everybody knows me, and they know that I mean this. I really do love them. I really would lay my life down for them. They adore me. I'm not toot my own horn, but just come follow me around my city. You'll see. The rookies love it when I go. Then they work a detail with me or something because everybody knows us. And then when we just sit there, we're mostly being social the whole time. We're there talking to people. It's fun. It's the way it's supposed to be. What part of the country? I'm from the Midwest. My mom was from Chicago. We moved just north of Chicago. She moved us just north of Chicago when right before, I think I was like 2 years old. We moved to Waukegan, which is north of Chicago. Jamie, I appreciate you. Richard, 30 years on the job. Man, I love it. Use verbal judo. Treat folks with respect. Richard, that's how you have a 30-year career. Treat people with respect and dignity. I don't care if it's the addict laying on the side of the road or the mayor of the city. They all get respect and love and compassion. Number one attribute in this job, compassion. Let's see. Joe Johnson, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I will stay safe. Much love from Australia. I got Australia and UK. I get a lot of followers from there, and I love it. Let me know how this stuff goes, too. Send me some videos from there if you got them. Email me, matt@mfbyouth.org. I would like to check out and see how things go over there. Algorithm. Hit the like button. Alvin, we need you out here. Please do not retire. That's what people keep telling me. We'll see. That's up to my wife, ultimately. John Doe, what up? Donald, thank you. I appreciate it. Let's see. Rob, do you think the psychiatric test these officers take is faulty? I've seen some good dudes. I recommend a lot of, because I mentor a lot of guys. I mentor the kids, and I've done it this is my 11th year doing that, and I've raised a lot, and I've encouraged some that want to go into this profession. I've seen those tests be so flaky, and I've seen some good people that have told me, I know their backgrounds because I've been with them for I don't know how long. I've raised a lot of these kids. They take these tests, and I have a real issue with the psych test. I took mine, and it was just the most bizarre test I've ever taken. There's no rhyme or reason to it. I don't understand it. And if it's the same test that's been used for so long, I just don't understand it. Some psychologists got to explain that to me, because it's I've never heard anyone challenge it, and I've never heard an explanation for why it is what it is. So, good question. I think you can tell more about somebody's character by interviewing them, being with them, talking to their family, seeing where they come from, than any test where you're just hitting ABC. That test was so long and boring. I wouldn't doubt if some people they're seeing stars by the end of it, just filling in stuff. It's one of them ABC like aptitude tests. So I don't know. At least it wasn't my state. Let's see. Bradley, I appreciate you, man. Hit the like button. Checking in from Tampa. What's up, man? South Carolina, what's up? Let's see. It says, live you. I can't say your last name, brother. Boss, I'm in the last phase of FTO, but some calls I feel I don't know what to do. Is that normal for a rookie? Yes, it absolutely is. You're still learning this job for probably the first 3 years before you see everything, and you're going to be hesitant. But just make sure, number one, make sure your oath is upheld. The Constitution is the number one thing that you need to just learn, know it, know when to act, when to not act, what you can do. When you study it, study YouTube, go to videos, read books on it. Just make sure you study. Treat people with respect, but you're gonna make some mistakes. Be safe when you make them. Don't make fatal mistake that's gonna harm yourself, or more importantly, harm the public. Don't hurt anybody. Don't like that's another thing that just make sure you're safe and you keep the public safe. I am not in Guatemala. Canada loves me. I love Canada right back. I got to go there soon. California, what's up, man? Jacob, what's up to Cali? Chris, thank you, thank you. We have an officer in Columbus, Ohio. He will meet up with the neighborhood kids and have foot race people through a fit. And yeah, fit on YouTube like he needs to be fighting crime. He is proactively doing that. Harry, that's like, you are doing so much good when you connect in a human way with the neighborhood. People will talk to you. If there is a bad crime that happens, they will trust you. They will help you out. They will not shut you. They will not push you away. There is nothing more effective in doing this job. And if it's about fighting crime, there's nothing more effective. If that's what that's one of the motivations, is that you're going to prevent crime by having this connection. So yeah, he's really is. If people complain about that, they're idiots. They have no clue and no concept how to do this job right. Your name is Shad. I'm from Massachusetts. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Thank you. Bobby, thank you. LA. Let's remove qualified immunity and make people responsible for their actions. I agree. We need to tear that down and redo, figure something else out. You should never be. If you blatantly violate somebody's rights, you shouldn't be qualified to be immune to anything. Caden, you're gonna see Metallica. That's great. That's great. They were great. I just saw them a couple months ago. Sydney, Australia. What's up, Carolina? Be a good person, not a good cop. That should get that tattooed on me. That's the way it's supposed to be. Let's see. Love right back. Anthony from Texas. Love right back to you. Aaron, you need to go national. Do you let fellow officers slide when you see them doing the bad practices that you speak? No, absolutely not. But here's the thing. If people were asking me that, I have, my reputation precedes me when it comes to that. So officers that are by me, they know how I do business, and they know that I will. They know and respect that, and it's contagious. So I get that a lot of you. If you're a dirty cop, you're no different than a gangster. You're doing criminal activity. So you rarely will see a gangster do their crime right in front of a cop, right? So if you're a dirty cop, even if you were, they wouldn't do it in front of me. I know that. But really the reputation and the contagiousness of just loving people, they see it works. So yeah, if I had to, I would do it in a heartbeat, and I have. So just doesn't happen very often because I've been around my department. I'm one of the most senior guys, and the culture is really, really good. Better stay that way. Let's see. Ray Smith, what's up, man? From Florida. Hit the like button, y'all. Lacey, what's up? I love my Lacey. She's awesome, awesome, awesome person. Just treat people as you would want to be treated, Charlie. Amen. Help people who need. It's not always about jail where they need to go. That's the truth. Discretion is the number one thing in policing. Treat people how you would want your mother to be treated, how you would want your own kids to be treated. I would go crazy. I'm so protective of my daughters, and I got 6 daughters and a son. I am so protective of them. If how would I feel if I seen a cop talking down to them or trying to humiliate or bully them? I would go ballistic. I would hit the roof. Like, treat people how you would want your own children to be treated. And if you got to treat people bad anyway, you're an egotistical cop. Get out of here. Get a different job. I agree with you, Mike. Oh, love you right back. Well. Going to see Metallica in Houston. You're going to have fun, Bobby. They put on a good show. Love you right back, light worker. Yes, Jesus loves me more. That's the truth. Taking care of the community, Benjamin. Trusting your instinct, being cool. I'm from the hood, and no one likes cops, but I pay homage and respect, and most cops show respect back. That's how it should be. That's the code of the streets, Benjamin. You give respect to get respect. You don't get respect just because you have a badge. That's what these egotistical cops need to know. Because you went to an academy and got a job somewhere does not mean you automatically get respect. That's not how the world works. You got to earn it. And that goes in most every profession where serving is the key thing. Josh, I appreciate you, man. Let's see. Light worker, thank you. Get down here. Blushing Bee Butterfly. Been seeing your content for a while. Love the work. I appreciate that big time. I respect you right back, Pocket. See, black man cops should get a bonus for not arresting people. Some of the most impact I've ever been able to make is by not arresting people, by showing mercy and giving people grace. You don't have to arrest somebody. Certain incidents, obviously, domestic incidents, visible injury, you have to arrest. Somebody wants to sign a complaint and there's probable cause, you have to arrest. But there's so much discretion in this job. I got 100,000 stories about people. One of my closest people in my nonprofit, the first time we ever met, he was cursing and ranting, and I could have arrested him then. But I was like, it's all good, man. I was able to calm him down, get to know him, and say, hey, what do you do on Fridays? Come to my program. So he became one of my closest friends. I love him to this day. And not arresting somebody can be so much more effective. When you see a lot of these traffic stops, back in the day, I made traffic stops in forever. I haven't been on the road in forever. When you can make a traffic stop and someone's like giving you super attitude and cursing at you, the most effective thing you can do is say, you know what? It's all good. I understand you're frustrated. Just a warning. Here's what you did. Slow it down a little bit and have a good day. And you see the look and the change in their demeanor. Oh, because they're totally expecting you to be a jerk and police with your ego. You can change their mind like that. And then they can drive away from there saying, you know what? Not all cops are jerks. That guy was cool. That should be your goal. My goal is to change minds. I see the hatred that police give, or that police get from a lot of the public. I want to change your mind because I'm a lovable dude. And there's a lot of lovable dudes in this profession. But my main goal, and they're gonna have to do that themselves. I can only do what I can control, and I want to change your mind. If you don't like me right away, I know I'm a good dude, and I know I'm a servant, and I'm gonna respect you back either way. So I'm gonna make you like me by the end of that call. And I'm telling you, 99% of the time, it works. Just be cool. Be a cool guy. And I've told so many young people that give the attitude that I've come across, or they'll be cussing at me when I first come upon them. And it's like, it's all good, man. I hated police when I was your age too. I get it. I ain't mad at you. And 99% of the time, they calm down and they see, well, man, okay, I got nothing to be mad at him for. It's so easy. You have that power to change minds. How you can use that power to feed your own ego and to feed whatever issues you have is disgraceful. And it's escalation, by the way. Let's see. This live stream, Emmy, this live stream is just taking on questions. That's what it turns into. Live streams, I'll go live and they just come. I want to tell some stories or something, but everyone just comes hit me with questions. So that's kind of what we stay at. Make sure you hit the like button. Appreciate you guys. Noemi, I don't have my glasses. I appreciate you. Thank you. What's my workout schedule, Benjamin? I work out about between 5 and 6 days a week. I do a lot of CrossFit, a lot of HIIT training. I can't box anymore because my wife won't let me. Plus I had surgery on my nose a couple years, going on 2 years ago. So I had a lot of concussions, so I can't do that anymore. So I got to do something that keeps up my wind, but at the same time is tough. So CrossFit's good because you can compete against people's scores. It's competition. I'm a very competitive guy. And that's what I like to do. I'll do hypertrophy training every once in a while to keep the muscles. That's like, I call those my vanity workouts because I'm 49. I'm not getting any younger, but I like to look good for my age. So, well, I appreciate that. Thank you, Just Rocky. Metallica's the best. Let's see, Flatbed, I love what you do. There needs to be a couple dozen of you in every department across the country. I think every cop in the country should have the loving, compassionate, positive, I'm a servant attitude. That's the way it's supposed to be. And I'm very protective of the public. Atheists, yes, I appreciate that. I am as protective of the public, basically is the same way I'm protective of my own kids. I don't want them mistreated, ever. I don't care what they did. Public should never get mistreated. That's who we work for. See, Christopher, a great leader in your community, and watching your videos and live stream gives me hope. That means everything to me. Thank you. Chris, Canada, what's up, man? Hit that like button, guys. Steve, I appreciate it. Let's see, salvia extract. I'm gonna have to try that. I'm gonna see what my wife bought this week, and maybe she gets on me about spending on too much on supplements. Right now, I take creatine. I like to take that. I take my normal pre-workout daily vitamins. I'm not too big into the supplements right now. Let's see, Aaron, when do you think an honest change will happen? I see it happening. I say this, there's obviously we're not there, but you can see the change is going to take time and it's going to shift slowly. 10 years ago, if I'd have been talking, running my mouth like this on a live or anything, they would have came and found me and put me in Alcatraz. Like, that's another thing. You can speak up. Now, that's something you've seen. You see a lot of cops getting charged with crimes. That was unheard of when I started. So you're seeing that type of thing change. You're seeing the auditors have done so much to expose things and educate. And it's sad that they still have to do that, and you still see the failures all the time. But that's changed a lot of things. But so you are seeing things change. But I'll never be satisfied till there's 0 bad videos. Like my guy Izzo says, if you complain about me putting up bad videos, why are there so many? Have you ever used Napster to download Metallica? No, I have not. I remember Lars would find me. He'd hunt me down if I did that. Let's see. Hit the sub and like, guys. You can hit the sub button on this. You need to school me on technology because I don't know. I just say hit the like button. CC, thank you. Atheist, man, that means a lot to me. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's awesome. I will keep fighting a good fight, Papa. It's what I do. And I got the most supportive, loving, beautiful blonde I'm staring at right now, taking her shoes off after a long day of taking care of my kids. And she's smiling and she's going to yell at me right now.
Leave me alone.
Tennille, come in and be in this video real quick.
I look like crap.
Give me you never look like crap. You're beautiful 24/7. Give your husband a kiss right here. 2 kisses right here.
What? Why are you always asking me to poke my head after I've taught a class? I'm all sweaty.
You're the one who's the inspiration behind me. I wouldn't be nothing without this woman supporting me. She's the one who made me put up my book. She listens to me when I come and vent and I run my mouth. She puts up with my nonsense. Am I lying?
Daily.
And you just happen to be the most beautiful woman there is. So,
whatever.
Now go make my supper, woman. Now. I'm just kidding. Let's see. Fishing truck. Yes, behind every great man is a great woman. That is the person.
I'm in front.
Yeah.
Not behind you.
Yeah, I guess you're right. No, you're behind me because you're taller than me. Don't tell nobody that. She is an inch taller than me. America and Canada and UK.
He lied about his height.
That's the only lie I've ever told her was when I lied about my height.
He said,
"Don't be putting my business out there."
No,
now.
I'm gonna bust you out right now. He says it's the only time he's lied to me. So before we met in person, I asked him how tall he was, and he said, "Well, how tall are you?" And I said 5'7", and you said, "Oh, we'll be looking eye to eye." We were not looking eye to eye. Liar.
I am 5'7". You're just 5'7 3/4".
No, you lied. You lied. Liar.
Go. She is prettier than me, Harley. Yes, she is. Hit the sub and like. There you go, Atheist. Let's see. The woman is the boss. Yeah, I can't argue that. That extra inch, yeah. Man, I remember when I said that. I know I am 5'7". But I come and she's got me by like this, like a. I swear she's. I wanted to say it was because of her heels, because of her shoes, but man, we went back to back and she had me by like this. And our daughters, don't worry, because our daughter's 5'9". She's a bit taller than both of us. There you go, Mac Dude. We're supposed to argue about that. Your wife is the most beautiful. My wife's the most beautiful. I love it. You're supposed to think that. I love it. Yeah, I do have a great relationship. My wife is the best. Y'all subscribe to her. Tennille Renee, she does TikTok. She's a wonderful dancer. She's a wonderful human being. She inspires a lot of people. My wife is like literally, she's the greatest thing that ever happened to me. Yes, she did. God did make us for each other. Let's see. Josh, good to see you, brother. Find a woman that makes you laugh like that? Yes, my wife she's great, man. Do you think, Andrew, that's a great question. Do you think cops should train Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu? Cops should be in either that or some sort of combat competitive sport. You know what, boxing? I did a MMA, which was kind of like a BJJ class years ago, and then I I fell in love with boxing. I was raised on boxing, so I took that up kind of full time after that. And you know what it does? Any combat sport teaches you how tough you aren't. It will take whatever machismo attitude, whatever ego you have, it will destroy that. Because if you really want to be honest with yourself, in order to get good at fighting, you have to get your butt kicked. That's a fact. I got some beatings in the ring. But you have to do that to be able to get better. That's what makes you a better fighter. So it is so good for a cop and his ego to get in there and find out how tough you're not. I'm telling you, it's very humbling. I think every cop should train in some sort of martial art, boxing, jiu-jitsu, something. It does so much good, and it will help you on the street. If you are trained in this, you don't have to hurt anybody. You know you can take a shot. You don't get all hyped up when somebody resists you and just start going crazy and ballistic. You hear these guys, their voices are cracking. Their heart rate is at 300 beats a minute. They're like losing it over somebody pulling away from them. If you are trained in a ring or trained in some sort of fighting, you know the key. What's the key to fighting? Anyone who knows anything about fighting knows the number one thing in fighting is to relax and breathe and slow things down. When you see these cops going crazy on videos, you could tell they've never been in an actual trained in actual fighting. So yes, I think every cop should train in something of that sort. It would do so much good. And it would actually, this is weird and it's ironic, but it will actually be safer. You won't hurt anybody with that. Somebody hit me and punch me in the head right now, I can take a shot. Like it's not gonna phase me. I'm not gonna go wild and get all extra angry. But it hit my head a million times. I had my nose cracked. I've had bloody mouth was just a daily thing when I was boxing every day. Fought some wars in that ring, and if I stutter and I'm a little slow, that's because of that. But it made me a better man. Shout out to Coach Danny. Coach Danny Nieves, you can Google him too. He's a fabulous boxing coach. That was who taught me how to fight. Joe Smith, I appreciate you, man. What's up, Full Court Press? Hello, Grandpa. Not quite yet. Not quite yet. My oldest, let's see, my son is 6 inches taller than me. Wow, that's awesome, Randy. What's up, Stefan? Appreciate it. What's up, man? Let's see. Your work with the church and the youth is fantastic. Paul, thank you. That is really that's my number one job, and my number one goal is what I do by serving the kids. The Lord saved me in 2013. Everything that you hear from my mouth about love and taking care of people, I give credit to God for placing that on my heart. I love this job from the get-go, and I've always been respectful and loving to the public. But when the Lord saved me in 2013, my eyes opened to a newer level of you have to go out and serve more. You have to tell you, the Spirit just gave me this thing in me that said you have to go out and tell people what God did for you. So that's what I do in my outreach program, and there's been thousands of kids go through it. And if you ever want to check it out, My Father's Business is what it's called. We have a Facebook page. You can go on my Facebook page too, Matt MFB Thornton. There's a lot more personal stuff from me and my outreach that's on that page. I can't make it. There's only so many things you can do in your niche on YouTube. So I just kind of keep it to police on this. Me and my wife do have a page where we do our clowny videos. It's called Detective and Tennille. If you guys want to subscribe to that, you'll see a little more of my personal life. But my mentoring program, mfbyouth.org, you can see what we do on there. Has everything, and that's really my true passion. Because when I retire, I'm going to do that till I'm in the grave. I'm going to tell these kids what we do is we bring them in. I have an open gym. We feed everybody. They can hoop. They can play. They can screw around, throw a football around. It's like just like an open invitation for anyone on the streets. But our only deal is let me give you this message. So we call it halftime, and I give them a message. We give them a biblical message. I give them a practical message sometimes. We've had military recruiters in there. We've had teachers in there. We've had youth pastors in there. We've had former gang members in there. We've had so many people in there just to give them a good word, a good lesson plan. And then we mentor and walk with them through life. My sister, Lori Villalobos, is the most unsung hero in my city. She's the administrator, and she holds more weight than anybody on the street in my city. There ain't no police officer, there ain't no trooper, there ain't nobody that has more power than my baby sister. And she's about 5 feet tall and the most quietest, humble woman ever. She don't want any attention. But when she talks, the streets, she takes care of them so much, they listen. And they're not afraid of me. When she comes in and she talks to them and has to deal with any of them, they're terrified. Miss Lori, they love her. And that goes to show something. My sister you will see her on the streets, middle of the night, don't matter when, taking a kid home, bringing a kid food. Like she has no training. She has no sense of awareness. She is just a woman who loves people, and she's in the middle of the neighborhood in some of our most dangerous blocks and doesn't care. And that should give that should be inspiration to anybody. Let's see. Family is a true blessing. Yes. Scott Hack, man, I appreciate you. Bye from Alaska, man. Good to see you. Let's see. Stephen Bay, do you think a firm faith helps keep a cop priority straight and more structures in place instead of being led by their own self-interest and ego? Absolutely. Absolutely. Accountability is everything in this job. I'm accountable to the people. I'm accountable to really the public for what I do in my actions. But when you have accountability to the Lord that you believe in, to Jesus who saved me, I'm accountable to him, then it changes your thought process. It changes your mindset. It changes how you look at everybody. It is a conviction that the Lord gives you to love everyone, no matter what. If they're cursing you out or they're spitting at you, don't matter. You show them grace and compassion. You know why, Matt? Because I showed it to you when I saved you. So that it correlates and translates right into the police world perfectly. Let's see, Metallica, yes. Let's see, Tim, yeah, what's with, they tensed up, so I had to give them a beat down. How does that fly? It shouldn't. Just nobody should ever be given a beat down. You should have the skills and the training to not hurt people. My objective is to get somebody, and when they're fighting with it, your objective is to get them under control and to calm them down. It's not to hurt them. Let's see. Your academy starts, let's see, the great deal. My academy starts December 16th. Any advice? Yes. Compassion. Love the people. Love the public. Uphold your constitution. Take that as sacred as anything that you take. Study it. Know it. Know what you can do, what you can't do. Learn, absorb, recognize when a cop is a bully or a tyrant or is giving you bad advice or is just not respecting the public. Recognize that. Get away from it. Report it. But that's the best advice I can give you, man. Retired Abel, retired MP. Thanks for bringing light to all the jackass officers making public service look really bad. It is one of my greatest things I love to do, Abel. Appreciate you. Ask me, do you awesome? Please keep up the good work. I will. I used to be an ACAB, but you opened my eyes to the fact that there are still good cops. And that makes me emotional. I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much, Ask Me. That's awesome to hear. Master Puppet, sure, yes. To me, that's the greatest album ever made. I love this album. It came up, I got it. I was probably in about 6th grade when this came out. And to me, it's a perfect album. It really is. Cliff Burton's last, man, that makes me so sad. Cliff Burton was a fabulous musician. His last album, and he died on that tour. And this, to me, that's the perfect album. I absolutely love the Masters album. Let's see. Let's get down. How do we make, this is from Rel, how do we make the supervisor accountable for the subordinates? That's it, man. Reporting. Don't be afraid. Make sure that your chief is not going to backdoor you. That you trust him enough to, if he's not being accountable, he's doing something wrong, go to somebody above them. And if you don't feel confident in that, go to an outside agency. But put a stop to it. It's a cancer. It is a cancer. What's good, Cyrus? Let's see. Kilroy. Is that Kilroy from Zion? What's up, brother? I know a Kilroy. He's in my program. Cyrus, thank you, man. Love you, Ralph, from Canada. Why is police culture, Norman Davis, I'm assuming you're talking about police culture, so anti-protect and serve? It's because we tolerate too many egos in this profession. It's plain and simple. It's me first. It's us against them. Doesn't put the onus on you're a servant and you're there to protect. Or I'm sorry, you're there to protect and serve, but you're a servant. You're there to love the public, to cherish the public. The public is not cherished enough on the blue side. And there shouldn't even be a side. I hate that blue stuff. I didn't join this job to be part of some blue fraternity. I joined this job to love the public and make lives better, to be a blessing. And that's the attitude that every officer should have. Make sure y'all hit the like button here. Let's see here. I swear there wasn't a good cop left. Let's see, I got in the weekend drawing and announced on Friday. Listen to me. Oh, that'd be great. I hope you win that. Knox, I appreciate it. Do you have your own private channel, Ralph, for my tattoos? No, my tattoo artist is Greg. Follow him on Instagram, Inkhead Studios. He's done all my work. Let's see, Ben, do you have police departments or other groups endorsing you and wanting to team up? I would like the positivity of your message to grow. I would love that. I've been in a lot of meetings, a lot of calls with different leaders from departments. I wouldn't say that I team up. I would like for my principles and the way that I want things to be, that's got to be the norm. It would be a dream of mine for this to be the norm and for the people for every officer to understand these facts and to have that old us against them mentality just abolished. Let's see. Ray Smith, thank you. Thank you. Let's see. Ralph B, are people very smitten by you when they see you? Do you get it that you I don't think so. I don't think so. The only person I want to be smitten with me is the blonde that just came from here. But it is true. I remember when I got the job, that was one of the things. I was always an ethical cop. And this was before I knew the Lord, and I changed the way I looked at the world. But for some reason, when you get a uniform, women think you're better looking. They're handsome all of a sudden. I don't get that. So there was a lot of temptation outside of the job. I never done anything unethical as a cop, but that's really what my self-destructive behavior back in the day was there was a lot of temptations outside of the job. A lot of women are attracted to you or gravitate towards you. You like a mini celebrity. You got the potential to have this big ego outside of work and think that you're special. So there's a lot of things that go with the uniform that every rookie needs to hear this too. Get a hold of that. Get a hold of your mental health. Don't let this make you some mini celebrity, because that can be very destructive behavior. And I found out a hard way with that stuff. Sean, what's up, man? Catch you next time. Have I ever been to DC for Police Week? No, I have not. Doug Allen, thank you, man. Poker House wife, it will get better when the old guard retires. I've been saying that for a long time. Then put them dinosaurs out to pasture. The ones that started this whole, I mean, you got story after story. You know what's even worse is when you, back in the day when you, the old guard, the attitudes that they have. I remember walking by and some of the brass, we call them the brass or the boss from any PD around, they won't even say hi to you. And that's so ridiculous. Like man to man, you walk by me in a hallway and won't even acknowledge me. Who do you think you are? Like you have a badge just like you just been here longer. Like that stuff, there's nothing that gets on my nerves better. And that's the one time I want to take a man to man. I said, I'm not going to commit any crimes, but would you like to sanction something so we can go fight in a ring? Because that attitude just drives me up the wall. Like, who do you think you are? You have that big of an ego that you can't say hi to somebody. And that happened, man, that happens quite a bit. Happened quite a bit back in the day. Ralph B, I'm a man, I feel very, that's okay. That's okay. That's perfectly fine. But no, I only have eyes for my wife. I love my wife. Let's see. James Painter, what happens if Trump gives all the... Yeah, I don't like that, James. I would be glad to have a conversation with him, a loving one, and just let him know, like, hey, that's going to make things worse. Let's see. Ray Smith, qualified immunity. I've said it many, many a time. If you're blatantly violating somebody's rights, you shouldn't be immune to anything. There needs to be a system. And people always bring up, okay, there's it protects officers from these ridiculous lawsuits. No, there's other ways to protect other than qualified immunity, in my opinion. That has saved. If there's been one case where that has protected a tyrannical officer, then it's faulty. It needs to go. It needs to be redesigned. Edward, what's up, man? In Waukegan. That's actually where I lived when I was a very young child. I was born in Waukegan. Thank you. Thank you, man. That means everything to me. God bless you, too. Get together. Hit me up on my Snapchat, Ed. It's not Snapchat. Snapchat. That's the wrong social media. Hit me up on my email. It is matt@mfbyouth.org. You can also hit me on Snapchat, too. I'm on there, too. I don't use it very much, though. That's more for when I Snapchat. I use a lot for communicating with the kids from my organization because they're younger, and that's just what they use. So I'll go on there to see who needs a ride to the thing, who needs help this week. So third chamber, do you ever speak with people on how to deal with police officers when they stop you in different situations? Yeah, I talk to my groups, my mentor group. I talk to the kids all the time on that, and I tell them that here's the best thing that you can do. Here's what the cops should and shouldn't be doing. We talk about that all the time. Let's see. Pride will get you every time. Yes, it will. Yes, it will. Let's see. I watched a training on YouTube. It was $600 per officer, and it was the biggest bunch of egotistical cops doing the training. They openly talked about violating rights. Yeah, is that one that's out east? I saw that a long time ago. That one made my stomach hurt, Harry. That was so disgusting. If it's the same one we're thinking of, there's a training where these cops are up there, like just talking about people like they're nothing, dehumanizing everybody and calling people shit bags, and that's who that basically creating this tyrannical, horrible mentality. Oh, dude, if that training was not shut down from all that YouTube negative press, it should be, because that was horrible. Elaine, I'm working on that. Why don't you start up a class where you teach officers around the country, get paid for it? I would love that. I got him actually working behind the scenes on something like that. He was on here earlier. I'm going to give him a call. Actually, designed a wonderful outline for a course. And I've been trying to do that myself, like to design something to present. Like, look, this is how I want to train officers. My philosophies work, and slowly just infiltrate and get into some heads. And I think that could be a big sweeping change. And I don't want to take the credit. I don't want to be the monopolize anything. I want this attitude of the public first and compassion first, and uphold your oath first. I want that to spread around every officer. That's why I make this page. Yes, let's see, Brian, the change in attitude needs to start at the training in the academy. More focus on constitutional rights need to take place. My son-in-law is law enforcement. You know what we did at the academy? We marched for hundreds of hours. We made beds every morning for hours and hours. You had to drill. You had to do PT. You had to shoot for thousands of hours. You know how much time we spent on the Constitution? Enough where I don't even remember. It was like none of it was the right focus, in my opinion. It was ridiculous. You can have to turn this to my bed. I made my bed since the academy. That was so ridiculous. The priorities in there, to me, all wrong. I wrote about this big time in my book. Let's see. MXP 2000. My nephews are officers and they look goofy to me. How do they look goofy? Let's see. Elaine, yeah, the military mentality in policing needs to go. How many times have I cheated on my wife? 0. Let's see. Thank you, Light. Yeah, to Lacey, tell him, Tennille. I never cheated on Tennille. She'd kill me. I would never want to. I'm too old for that. Plus, I love my wife. I love the Lord. I'd be terrified of him. Here you go, Hector. Why do cops continue to put their foot on doors, preventing it from closing? That's a good question. That is an entry. If you don't have exigent circumstance, if you don't have a warrant or consent, that foot should not be in that door. That is an entry. That is a Fourth Amendment violation. And when they do that and they dare you to close the door on their foot, that is trash. That should be dealt with severely and harshly. Let's see, Richard, love your stuff. Review on life. Just wondering what's your views on Attorney Shield app that lackluster Long Island audit started. I love it. I've seen videos of it. First of all, Long Island, Sean from Long Island, he's a friend of mine. Love that dude. He put me on. I've been on the show a couple times. Really, he means what he says. He's a genuine dude, and I love it because I've seen the videos where they just get the attorney right on there, and attorney in your face is going to change the attitude of a bad cop pretty quickly. Works good. Shouldn't be any bad cops. Troy from New Jersey, what's up, man? Let's see. Love to see you call out the bad cops that are clogged up the system and power tripping, breaking law. Yeah, I will keep doing it. There's plenty of material. We need to just keep shining light on the darkness. James, I appreciate that. Please, rodent hag. Please never stop doing what you're doing. I appreciate that, man. I won't. They won't shut me up. There you go. Love the shirt, Metallica. When will I come to Poland? One of my partners is from Poland. Maybe he'll be my translator there. Never been to Europe, though. One flag, stars and stripes, thoughts, amen. One flag. I'm all for it. Karen, it's the first time seeing your videos. Thank you. Check out, I got a lot of stuff. Make sure you hit the like button on here. Check out my videos. It's we have a lot of fun. I call out a lot of people, but it's my passion. I speak truth in love, and I try to bring light into the darkness. So Switzerland's in the house. I love it. Thank you. Sub and hit the like button. Love you guys. Canada's in the house. What's up, six pack? Happy birthday. Hello there. Happy birthday. Hope you have a blessed one. What kind of cop was I before I found God? That's poker house. That's a good question. I get that a lot. I've never been unethical. I never violated rights ever, even before I found God. God made me look, and actually, I was really battling, hating my badge before I found God because I saw what was going on. I didn't know how to deal with it. I used to deal with. I didn't have any enemies other than what I saw going on. I didn't have enemies on the street. I love the public, but I seen a lot of things that the attitude I just couldn't dwell in it, and I didn't know how to deal with it. But I never violated anybody's rights. I've never had. You can look at my jacket. I've a clean record as a cop. I've just been a cool guy since I got the badge. What God did was He showed me how to expand that and how to use it to glorify Him now. So that's kind of what changed in that. Love you too, Aaron. Let's see. Most of the academy, Kyle, most of the academy should be on the Constitution, in-depth meaning of the founders, and they'll begin to have that public servant mentality. That's what it should be. It should be, big time. I'm all for that. That needs to change. Let's see. Really don't care for cops or land. Think you're good when you were good teaching. Thank you. I love that compliment. Donkey Punch. What's your thoughts on tattoos and Christianity? One of the most. My thoughts on that really quick. This is not a Bible lesson, but my thoughts on that. People usually take that out of context from the book of Leviticus, which was not talking about skin tattoos at all. There's a Cliff Connector. He's got a weird name, but he explained it so perfectly in the video if you check him out. But that was, first of all, that was directed towards the Levitical Israelites back in the day. So that's been totally taken out of context. Matter of fact, my tattoos have always made my job easier. I have stories behind all of them, and I don't see it as something that's hindering my relationship with Christ or pushing me away from Christ. I don't see it at all as that, and that's kind of my thoughts on that. So. Do any of the police officers you work for that don't like what you are saying to you, or is everyone pretty cool? In my own department, everyone's pretty cool, AC. In neighboring departments, I've caught grief. I mean, in the streets love me. My program is there's so many street dudes in my program that I mentor and that are so loyal to me. They tell me what other departments think about me or say about me. They tell me all the time, and I tell them, you know what? They don't understand me. If they knew me, if they were close to me, they love me. So just don't even pay it no mind. They get more upset than I do. The people that report to me, they get more upset than me. That's all right. I tell them to show them grace. Same way God will show grace on you. Donna, what's up? I love you right back. Waukegan's right down the street from me. Let's see. Get some scrolling down. AC, you can tell how much the community loves you. You know what? If you ever want to see something really cool, I'm going to tell you a quick story before I get out of here because I got to get going to bed pretty soon. If you watch that video of that documentary thing they made on me, it's called The Story of the... There's this scene in there. He was shooting the documentary. He's like, he wanted to take me down to like where our strip through our city with the stores and all the pretty stuff was. He goes, let's just go through there and show you Zion and show us Zion and like introduce the world to your city. And I'm like, let's not go there. Let's go right into our most busy intersection, our most street where our block where the most violence happens. Let's go there. I'll show you. So we get out of my car. Watch this in the video. I get out of my car and you see me walk onto this basketball court. And everybody there just comes right to me because I know all of them. I've mentored like 80% of the kids that are in that video. And it's so genuine because it's so real. It wasn't set up. And you see how much the streets actually appreciate and love me. I'm not in uniform. I'm in street clothes. I walk up right on Hebron, one of our famous blocks, and they just swarm me. That's authentic as they come. And then we end up running into one of my kids that just got shot like a few days before. And it's it's the first time I've seen him since he gets shot. And it's a really, really touching scene. First of all, he's 6'7", so I'm not, he's huge. He makes me look so small. He's 6'7", and he just got shot. His arm is in a sling. Check out that video. You'll see how authentic that things are, because that was about as genuine as it gets. I love that scene. It's on my videos thing. It's called The Story of Detective Matt Thornton. So check that out. Michael, I love your ministry work. I run a ministry also, and it gives me inspiration. Thank you, man. God bless you. Keep doing that. Brazil's in the house. What's up, man? Let's see. Thank you for the shirt. Let's see. Well, let me get out of here. I got to go. Mama's going to want to take the bedroom back here. And I got to go to bed. I'm tired. Had a long day. But I love you guys. We always wrap up in prayer. Father God, I thank you. Come to you in the name of Jesus. I just want to thank you for my viewers, the people on here, their family, me. I love them. Send an umbrella of protection for everyone on here. We ask all these things in Jesus' name. Amen. All right. Love you guys. We'll see you later.